Stoke on the horizon, Swansea on the horizon. For us, they're winnable fixtures. Realistically, if you want to pull yourself away from that relegation zone, you're going to need to be picking up between 6 to 9 points. Yeah, so I was saying there with BT Sport, you know, these are the games that you've got to win. And Newcastle haven't won that will, so question, is that a point gained or 2 points dropped?
Well, we were terrible, honestly, in all honesty. So you can see there's a point gained, although we needed to win this game. Absolutely no question about we needed to win this game. To beat the teams at home around us, we'd be on such a poor run. I thought it was vital that we've won it, and we looked awful. Frankly, we looked awful, apart from a bit of a rosy spell in a bit of a rosy spell in the second half. Yeah, but we had them golden chances. Yeah. Well, I wouldn't even call them golden. No. Matthew Ryan did fantastically. One of them was a world-class save. But apart from that, we didn't really make anything of the game, and in Brighton as well, it wasn't. Yeah. Put it this way, it's not going to be first on the highlights reel tonight. But you know, did Rafa get his formation wrong, tactics wrong, or did the players look a bit lazy, tired? Why didn't we win that game? I would say tactically, I think we missed a number 10 to have 3 in midfield. I think we got outnumbered very, very easily. Mourinho and Hayden were struggling badly. When Shelvey came on, we looked a bit better. So I would have started Perez in my opinion. But then again, even with 2 strikers, you think it would be a bit more attacking up. Yeah, but the wingers didn't do enough. And then when Brighton were in possession of the ball, we didn't put pressure on them at all. And then when they were absolutely hoarding men forward, and we were losing the ball a hell of a lot. So I think maybe a bit of a tactics thing was a bit wrong. Maybe a bit too cautious, a bit afraid to lose the game. You know, if we lost the last 5 home games in a row, you can say we have stopped the rot, but we needed to win. We needed to win, and you know, we may look back on the end of the season and be like, yep, 2 points. Yeah, it could be. Hopefully that doesn't haunt us. Yeah. Now, you always know when your defenders get high ratings that the game's pretty poor. Yeah, I mean, Lascelles and Clark probably the best 2 players on the pitch, but then you look at the midfield. Well, for me, I thought Atso had his worst game probably I've ever seen him. Probably in the Toon shirt, he was woeful. Yeah. Just didn't look up for it, and when he was just walking around, it was like, just give me the ball. He wasn't like shouting on, running, give me the ball. Hayden, the game passed him by. You know, I thought Matt Ritchie, he's come in a lot of criticism recently as well. Hasn't scored, isn't producing what he used to be. And Shelvey wasn't in the start line. Mikel Merino's probably the best of a bad bunch. Yeah. But when Shelvey came on, do you think he should have started? Because when he came on, he just pushed us an extra 20 yards forward, didn't he? He did, yeah. I think maybe started, I'm not sure, but definitely have come on even at half-time. Even at half-time for one of the strikers, and to have 3 in midfield and have a bit more of an outlet for us, and to help out Gale and Hostley, because they were feeding off absolute scraps. Atsu's been our outlet in most of the games this season with his pace, but he wasn't even running. I mean, you could put it down to tiredness with all the fixed schedule, but that's not really our problem. But it wasn't enough. It was one thing about effort. I just didn't think he put in enough, and Richie was just struggling. He really is struggling. I think he's being found out a lot by cutting in size, which is his main game. Yeah. To be fair, as Brighton as well weren't great either. You know, Paul Dummett kept Anthony Knock on his back pocket for the 3rd game now. So we'll knock this on the head. That's all we can do. Yep. You know, we've got a game literally dead quick. Stoke got 5 past the day. The defence, they've got the worst defence in the league. We've got to go. They've got injuries as well, I think. Do we go with 2 top against Stoke? Go for it. Ooh. Do we go with the 10? Questions. Who comes in? I will play Gale and Perez. Shelvey? Yes. Shelvey and Marino. Literally got to go for it. We can't afford to drop another 2 points after we dropped them today. And maybe it's just... And I think the crowd weren't helping them today as well. On the case again. They were getting really, really much on their case. But it's just like, it's not going to help them. It really isn't going to help them if you're just louding on them all the time. Yes, they weren't great, but you know, they need a bit more encouragement, and maybe playing away from home, there's less pressure on them. Yeah, so speaking of away from home, we're at that game, so keep an eye out for that. Also on tonight, we've got the review, we've got the player ratings, we've got the fan cams, and we've got the matchday experience. I'll try and get them all out tonight. If not, they'll be out on Sunday morning. But thanks very much. Thanks for Rob behind the camera. See you later. Bye bye.